Good morning to all of you. Today we will discuss undamped dynamic vibration absorber. In last class we have discussed about the principle of this. So today we will discuss it in elaborately. So what is undamped dynamic vibration absorber? When an externally excited system has undesirable vibration, to eliminate this vibration, we attach an auxiliary system. This auxiliary system is known as vibration absorber. Okay, and simply I can say the system used to absorb vibration of main system is called vibration absorber. It is very long definition. Short definition is the system used to absorb vibration of the main system is called vibration absorber. Okay, so let's start. Suppose this is my main system having K1, M1 and external excitation force F0 sin omega t. So it will have some vibration, I know, and if this omega is excitation frequency, if omega will be equal to natural frequency of the system, that is under root K1 upon M1, then amplitude will be very large because of resonance. Okay, we know this, and we know that excitation frequency, if excitation frequency will be equal to natural frequency, it will be resonance and the amplitude will be very large. So I don't want this much large amplitude. I want to reduce this. So what will I do? Simply I would attach this auxiliary system that sometime we also called it as secondary system. So here I will say it vibration absorber. Okay, so we will attach this system to the main system. Our purpose is to reduce the vibration of this M1, means amplitude we have to set to 0. So this system we will attach such that we have some condition. In previous lecture I have discussed. So we would have one condition such that omega will be root K2 upon M2, which reduces the amplitude of mass M1 to 0. Okay, our purpose is to reduce the vibration of M1, and we are reducing to 0 only if omega is equal to K2 by M2. K2 is here, M2 is here, that is vibration absorber. Okay, so how it came? So we will discuss today. So this is our system now, complete system. Okay, so show the forces free body diagram. We know this free body diagram of M1, F0 sin omega t. Let's say x1 greater than x2. Spring will compress, so it will exert force K2 x1 minus x2. This spring will elongate, so this is K1 x1 simply. M2, only this spring force will work, and it is opposite to the same, that is K2 x1 minus x2. This is our free body diagram. Now apply Newton's second law to the mass M1. What I will get? M1 x1 double dot plus K1 x1 plus K2 x1 minus x2 is equals to F0 sin omega t. From mass M2 x2 double dot is equals to K2 x1 minus x2. I will rearrange this and I will get equation 1 and 2. Now I am assuming the solution. x1 t is equal to A1 sin omega t x2. This we have assumed previously also. Same here, no difference. And I am putting this solution into equation 1 and 2. What will I get? K1 plus K2 minus M1 omega square into A1 minus K2, it is equals to F0, and this equation 3 and 4 we will get by putting this solution into the equation 1 and 2. Now I have to solve for A1 and A2. So I have solved it. What I will get? A1 is equals to this and A2 is equals to this. In previous lecture I have done that also. Okay. Now my purpose is to reduce the amplitude of mass M1, that is A1. So here one condition I am getting. If K2 minus M2 omega square is equals to 0, I can get A1 is equals to 0. A1 is amplitude of mass M1. So for A1 to be 0, K2 is equals to minus this set I set to 0, K2 is equals to M2 omega square. So omega I will get root K2 upon M2. Okay. So now I got my omega. A1 is equals to 0 at that omega is equals to root K2 upon M2. Now what will happen to A2 at same omega? Okay, so A2 I got, in previous I got A2 is this. I am putting this value in this omega square. I will put K2 upon M2. What will I get? I will see. So what I got? F2 K2 upon in place of omega I put K2 upon M2, so M2 will be cancelled and it will be 0. So this whole term will be 0, only left minus K2 whole square. K2 will be cancelled, so I will finally get F naught is equals to minus K2 A2. F naught is our excitation force, K2 A2 is spring force of absorber system. K2 A2 is a spring force of absorber system. Okay, you can see here K2 A2. This is our absorber. This is our K2 X2 is a spring force of the absorber system. Okay, so come here again. So how our system is moving according to this? If F naught is equal to minus K2 A2, how my system is moving? My purpose is first A1 is equal to 0 when so X1 will be 0 because X1 is equal to A1 sin omega t. Okay, X1 0. Let's say this mass has no displacement. Okay, X1 0, but still F naught sin omega t is working on this. Now I'm assuming, let's say X2 is my downward direction. Okay, for mass M2 I'm assuming X2 will be in downward direction. Okay, so X1 is 0, X2 is displacing downward. It means this spring will be elongate. If it will be elongate, it will be exert force in opposite direction. So what will be the force? K2 X2 only, because X1 is equal to 0. Now only X2 is working on this. Spring will be elongate by only X2. So now I am applying free body diagram in Newton's second law on this mass M1. Okay, F naught sin omega t is working. K2 X2 is working. This will not elongate because X1 is 0 and it is at rest, so no acceleration. So if I apply Newton's second law, what will I get? F2 sin omega t plus K2 X2 is equal to 0. F naught sin omega t plus K2 X. In place of X2 I can write A2 sin omega t. I have assumed this solution, and then what I will get? F naught is equal to minus K2 A2. That is same. So this kind of motion can be there. One more kind of motion will be there to satisfy this relation. F naught is equal to minus K2 A2. Suppose now my F naught sin omega t is upward direction. Okay, sin omega t plus 1 or minus 1, so it has some positives. So I have considered some positive here and let's say negative going upward here. Okay. Now X2 I'm assuming that is going upward. X1 or 0 because A1 is 0 already. Okay. So now what will happen? This spring will be compressed because X2 is moving upward. Compressed, then force exert will opposite direction. Now I will be applying free body diagram into second law on this. What will I get? F naught sin omega t is upward, minus K2 X2 is in also upward. So if I will apply Newton's second law again, I will get F naught is equal to minus K2 A2. So this kind of motion is there when for to satisfy this condition. Okay. Now next, amplitude becomes infinity. Okay, this is my A1 and A2. This will be infinity when this denominator term will be 0. Okay, so we have to check at which omega my amplitude is going to infinity. So this is what I am doing in the last page. K1 plus K2 minus M1 omega square, K2 minus, I am setting it to 0 so that I can know at which omega I am getting amplitude to be infinity. Okay, I should know that. Now multiplying minus K2 square plus K2 square cancel, M1, this kind of equation will come. You have to do this. Okay, I have done this, you also have to do this. Now K1 K2 I am taking common. This kind of rearranging I am doing. Now this I will get omega 4 upon omega 1 omega square like this, and here I am assuming mu is equal to M2 upon M1, that is mass ratio. Okay. Now I am assuming my vibration is tuned. For this condition I want tuned vibration so that I can reduce the vibration to 0. In every case we used tuned vibration. What do you mean by tuned vibration? Omega 1 is equal to omega 2. What is omega 1 here? Natural frequency of the main system. omega 2 is natural frequency of our absorber system. If they both are equal, it means our vibration absorber is tuned. Okay. So I'm assuming this omega 4. Now I'm setting only to omega 2 square. Okay, omega 1 square is equals to okay. So this will be, now you know this is quadratic equation and you are very expert in quadratic equation. I know how to solve this. So I have skipped the steps, so you have to do it. And the roots omega upon omega 2 का whole square is equals to 1 plus mu by 2 plus minus mu plus mu square by 4. Mu is a mass ratio, don't forget it. Okay. Now if I draw omega upon omega 2 versus mu mass ratio, this kind of graph I will get from this equation. Equation 5 I'm drawing on the graph. This kind of graph I will get. What I'm getting for particular mu, for a particular mass ratio, I'm getting two frequencies. So I know at which frequency my amplitude is going to infinity. So I won't go at this amplitude, sorry, this this frequency, so that my amplitude will not be go to infinity. So what will I do? I will select some mu such that it will be work under this regime, between this regime or after this regime, not at this regime, because at this regime or at this frequency my amplitude is going to infinity and I don't want that. So to restrict that, at any particular mu, what I will get two natural frequency. At that two natural frequency my amplitude is going to infinity, so I won't work on that frequency. Okay, I will work on frequency either below that or after that. Okay, so this is the graph. It is very much useful in design of the absorber. Suppose mu is m2 upon m1. So m1 you know, m2 you according to your condition you can take m2, because m2 is a vibration absorber, mass of the vibration absorber. And omega upon omega 2 you can choose root k2 upon m2. According to that you will choose k2 and then you will find what is omega. So suppose you get 2 omega like 0.78 omega or 1.25 omega, so you won't work on 0.78 and 1.25 omega. Okay, in this system. So this is the basics of your vibration absorber. It's very simple, very much simple. Simply we have explained definition, main system, then I attached some our vibration absorber, then free body diagram, Newton's second law. Same thing, we are doing same thing from the 3 lectures, so I don't think you would have a problem now. Now what will be the A2 at this omega is equal to root k2 upon m2, then checking how the system will move according to this, then checking at what omega my amplitude become infinity, so that I can aware when I will design my vibration absorber to go to not to that frequency. Yeah, okay, this is all. So in next lecture I would start maybe critical speed of shaft or centrifugal absorber. So be there. I know I'm very slow, other faculties are uploading much more lectures than me, but vibration is very difficult subject, you know. Okay, so okay, take care, good night.